Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Anki. Thank you so much for watching this video, and today, as the title and thumbnail says, I am showing you my entire indie eyeshadow palette collection. Hopefully it will be a fun time. Also, I did film a look, and it's the second time you're seeing this exact look because I have to, what is the word? I have to something while the fire is hot. I just have to get these intros out while I'm able to. So yeah, for the eyeshadow I am finally working on a 2 looks 1 palette with the Fantasy Cosmetica Warlock palette. Oh, I have a first impression and swatch party up, which I will link up in the cards. This is the beauty, if you have forgotten for some reason. I love her so much. She is so freaking gorgeous, and I just can't. I'm having so much fun playing with this, and I'm so excited to create another look. For mine today, I went in with the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Metallic Wet Liner in a Mulberry. It's not very metallic, but the color is absolutely gorgeous and perfect for this palette. I am affiliated with Glaminatrix Cosmetics, and you can use my code ANKI15 to save some money if you want to. And for my waterline, I went in with 2 of the Lethal Cosmetics Side Effects Gel Liners. This one is in Ectoplasm, which is a collab with Theresa is Dead. It's not available anymore. This one is Bit Crush, and it should be available. And for my face highlighter and inner corner highlight, I am using Aphelion from Lethal Cosmetics, one of their iridescent single multichrome, and I love them so much. And for my blush today, I went in with one of the Lethal Cosmetics shimmer blushes in Adorned. This is one of the first shimmery blushes they released, and I'm patiently waiting for more. And for my lips, I'm wearing the NYX Smooth with Matte Lip Cream in Chocolate Mousse. Love this so much as well. My plugs are from A Love Kills Boutique. My earrings are from Third Eye Studio on Etsy. My bandana is from Pier One. And my nails are Franken Nails from Perfectly Nailed. Sadly, she still has not come back to create press-on nails. I'm still praying to the press-on nails gods that she will. But yeah, I just put 2 nails from 2 sets together. That's why I'm calling it Franken Nails. I will link everything I can link in this video. Some of the links might be affiliate links, and they are marked with a little unicorn emoji. If you use my links or my codes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And as always, that was a long rambly intro. So if you want to see my entire indie eyeshadow palette collection, then obviously keep on watching. Duh! Alright, as always, I don't know if I'm actually in focus. My camera says I am in focus, but I don't know. I will figure that out in editing, and if it's not 100% in focus, I'm sorry. I am using manual focus, and it absolutely sucks, especially with my camera, so yeah. But anyways, I don't know if you can actually see them, but my nails are Franken nails from the Rose. No. I don't know if you can actually see, but my nails are Franken nails from Perfectly Nailed. I have put together 2 different sets, and yeah, the best. No. Alright, let's get into this video because it's probably going to be a little bit long. So I thought I would start off with Kaleidos. I still, after all these years, only have 2 palettes, and the first one is Club Nebula, which is a collab with Angelica Nyqvist. And this is what she looks like, of course, and I will never get rid of this palette, I'm pretty sure. I haven't used it in a while. I should probably pick it back up again, but I just haven't. And the last one is the Escape Pod. Can I open this? And she is very, very beautiful as well. I don't have any urge to declutter this one either, so I'm going to hold on to it. I don't know if I'm going to declutter anything in this video. I don't know if it's just a palette collection video. I haven't decided. Alright, next up I'm going to do Lethal. I have a lot of Lethal palettes. The first one is Theresa is Elite. No. The first one is a collab with Theresa is Dead and Lethal, of course. And this is the Lethal is a Dead palette. The first collab. Can I do this without blinding? Oh, I'm missing a shade. Are we? Yes. I'm missing a shade because you can pop these out if you didn't know that, and I have one of them in a previous BYOP, so yeah, but it's a deep blue color, matte blue color, which is missing. So yeah, that is the first palette. Then we have the second collab, the Theresa is Lethal. I have yet... Oh, I'm missing even more shades here. Oh my god, hold on, I'm going to go and find them. Alright, I'm back, and now the palette is complete. Complete. And I love this palette so much. I haven't yet to do my 2 looks 1 palette video with this palette, and I still want to, so it is on my list. So although sadly the swatch party and the first impression is over on my old channel, so I will possibly just have 2 looks on this channel with this palette, but this palette is so gorgeous and I'm so excited to play more with it. Next up is the Metamorphosis palette. Let's see if I can... And we are missing a shade here as well. Which shade are you? Is Hexapod a matte or a sparkle? Hold on, I need to do some research. The Metamorphosis palette complete. It's such a freaking gorgeous palette, and I love that you can pop the shades out. The shade names are not on the back of the each of the shades, sadly, so you have to put that on yourself if you want to use them in your custom palettes. I don't have an issue with that at all, so yeah. But this freaking gorgeous palette, oh, I love it so much. I don't have any videos on this palette on this channel. It is over on my old channel, sadly. But yeah, absolutely love this. And then we have the Evergreen. No. Yes, Evergreen palette. And I managed to find the missing shades. My single shadows are a mess currently. I will probably do that collection last. But yeah, this is the Evergreen palette, another absolutely gorgeous palette, another favorite, and I freaking love this palette. Next up is the Wildflower palette, and this one is also missing shades because I have 2 of the shades, Clover and Cyanus, in my current BYOP. I will link that playlist if you want to check it out. And Heather is also in another palette, another Duping the Vibes palette that I haven't swatched or anything, and I can't freaking remember where I put it, but I will find it at some point. But yeah, this palette is also so gorgeous. Absolutely love this palette as well. I love Lethal so freaking much. I think there's only 2 palettes I have not bought from Lethal currently, and that was the vintage something back 2 years ago or something, and the last palette they came up with, I can't remember the name. I will pop a picture up on the screen, but yeah, those are the only 2 palettes I haven't bought, I think, except for their BYO. Next up is the Nightflower palette, and I am missing a shade here as well. I have no freaking idea where I put this, but I will find it at some point. But again, I love this palette so much. These shades are just so gorgeous. In this palette, I think actually the mattes are my favorites, but the sparkle is beautiful as well. But yeah, I freaking love these palettes. Second to last palette from Lethal is the Berlin 89 palette. Ooh. And this is what she looks like. I had so much fun playing with this back when I first got it, and I love the formula in here because it's the same Lethal formula throughout. So yeah, and you can pop these shades out as well if you want to. And they have also come out with, it's only a 6-pan palette though, but they have come out with a palette that fits these types of pans if you are interested in that. And I am 99% sure that you can pop out the shades in the newest palette that has these pans as well, even though Betty Bean said they weren't removable, but I think she just had a little difficulty getting them out. I don't know, but I don't own that palette, so I can't say for sure, but I'm very sure that you can pop them out. So yeah, but these shades are so cool together and beautiful individually, so yeah, I don't want to part with this palette. And then we have the last palette, which is the 1-Up palette. Oh, no, there's 3 palettes I didn't buy from Lethal. I didn't buy the 2-Up palette either, but this palette is so freaking gorgeous. I love the color story. Some of the shades, they have, I almost said reformulated, but they have put them into the Evergreen palette, and I don't really mind that because personally I like the 26mm pans better than the smaller ones here. So yeah, but I'm not mad that I have duplicates because I think the new ones, the new mattes are a little bit better. So yeah, but this palette is not going anywhere either. Alright, let's move into Glaminatrix Cosmetics. This is the Sandra Rose palette, the OG Sandra Rose palette, which is sadly no longer available. And the mini is not available either, I think. And this palette is so beautiful as well. Oh, I have gotten Nectar, Leaf, maybe Posy as well as singles back when they actually had them as singles. They don't anymore, but they do make palettes where you can pop the shades out now, so they kind of have singles, but at the same time they don't. But yeah, this is the palette that made me fall in love with the brand. I haven't bought, have they come up with a palette I haven't bought? Yeah, I haven't bought the Rich Romantic palette, I think, and also the Sugar and Spice palette. I didn't buy those palettes because they aren't really my cup of tea, but yeah. I don't think I will ever part with this palette, even though I'm not necessarily going to use it. I don't know, but yeah. She is so beautiful, and I love her. Alright, next up is the Glamorous palette, and I know for sure there's one or two shades missing. Alright. Where is Regal? Currently, I have no idea where Regal is, but Sweetly is in a current BYOP, so yeah. But this palette is so freaking gorgeous. I don't know if it is currently available or not, but I hope they are able to bring it back again because look at it. Just look at it. So freaking gorgeous. Next up is the Nocturnal palette. Another freaking favorite, and you are not in focus. Why are you not? And I currently have no idea where Night Vision is as well because you can't pop these out, as I said. So yeah, but look at this. I destroyed the black when I was trying to pop it out with a magnetic tool. There is some kind of iron or something in this black, so it just sucked out a chunk of the color, but I don't really care because I don't usually use black in my looks. So yeah, but this palette is so freaking gorgeous. Sadly, the videos are over on my old channel, but I absolutely have to play with this palette again because it is just gorgeous AF. And the last palette I have from Glaminatrix Cosmetics is Into the Night palette. I do have videos with this palette up on my channel. I freaking love this palette. It is just the most unique, cool color story, and I can definitely see the Into the Night aspect when I look at it, and I had so much fun playing with this. Definitely need to play with it more, but yeah. And these two shades, oh, and these grungy shades and the gray, yes. Freaking love this. I really hope they will bring this back as well. Currently, I think these actually are available as singles. Don't quote me on that, but I think all or most of them are available as singles. And yeah, freaking love this palette as well. Next up, we have one lonesome palette from its Bel Cosmetics, the Cool Summer palette. This was kindly sent to me in PR, and I really want to play with this more. I haven't done anything on YouTube. I did film a Reels, TikTok, YouTube shorts, but I don't know if I posted that on the old channel. I think I did because I got it during the summer, but yeah, this palette is so beautiful. I'm very thankful that they wanted to send it to me. I had no idea what I would get. They just asked to send me something, and yes, I really need to play with this again. I need to play with the greens and the blues. I just need to play with it. It's just so gorgeous. Next up, let's talk about Shroud Cosmetics. This is the Arcana palette, the oldest palette I own, and I love the color story of this, but the formula of the metallics isn't very impressive because this palette is pretty old now. I can't actually remember how long I have been buying from Shroud, but it has to be at least 4 years. And I think I have all of their releases except for the Dark Academia palette, because that palette wasn't 100% my vibes, and I didn't want to justify spending money I really don't have on that palette when I wasn't in love with it. So yeah, but I can't bring myself to throw this away, so I think I'm just going to declutter it, but not actually throw it out or anything, because I love Shroud. I love Shroud so much. I love Shroud as much as Lethal Cosmetics. So yeah. Right, next up is the Creepy Cute 2 palette. I do have the Creepy Cute 1 bundle, the single bundle. I don't have a palette for it or anything, so I am treating that palette as just singles, even though you can pop the shades out of these as well. And a safe word is missing because I have that in my BYOP. This palette is so beautiful. These shades are so beautiful, so pigmented, so blendable, a little bit dusty, but I don't care about that. I love playing with this alone, but I did have to bring in sparkly single shadows because I am a sparkle whore. But yeah, I love to pop them out and use them in my own color stories because these shades are so stunning. Then we have the Moonfall palette, another absolute favorite. I do have videos up with this palette on my channel, this channel. Rebirth is also in my latest BYOP, so it's missing. But yeah, look at these. This was also this also used to be a single bundle, like the 4 mattes and these 3 metallics. These are supposed to be duo multichromes now, but in my eyes they aren't very multichromy. The one that is the most multichromy is those 2, but they are very hard to actually show up multichrome when you're wearing them. So yeah, but I love the single bundle, so I had to have the palette as well. Plus there's 2 new shades added, and yeah, as you can see, this palette is very loved. And then we have the Halloween palette, a collaboration, the second collab with Betty Jean, and again you can see this palette is so used and abused, and I love this so freaking much. Again, the mattes are my favorites in here, in this plus this shade, but the color story, so freaking gorgeous, and I love Betty Jean. I watch practically all her videos, so yeah, this palette is not going anywhere, obviously. And then we have the It's Freaking Bats palette, the first collab with Betty Jean, Betty Jean, and this again is also used and abused, and this color story is just so freaking cool because I love mixing cool tones and warm tones together. It's one of my absolute favorite things with makeup, and yeah, this again, the metallics aren't the most amazing metallics because this palette is 2 or 3 years old by now. So yeah, I freaking love everything about this palette though. And the last palette is the Peaches and Dreams palette, and this palette has my absolute favorite sparkle. It is just so magical. It's more flaky, very reflective, shifty, sparkly. Yeah, I had so much fun playing with this palette as well, and I do have videos up on my channel. So yeah, this palette is just so cute, and I love her. Alright, next up is Odens Eye, and I have the Planet Spirit collaboration between Odens Eye and Betty Jean. Why do I always say Betty Jean? Betty Jean. She is such a beauty. I only picked up this palette in the trio, but yeah, I had so much fun playing with this palette. Sadly, it's over on my old channel, but yeah, this palette is so beautiful and I really need to use it again. Now we have the oldest, is it the oldest palette? No, it's the second oldest palette I have from Odens Eye, and that is the collaboration with Annette's Makeup Corner, the Giant Wolves palette. I did a first impression on my old channel way back when. I was extremely poor when it came to my mental health back when I received it, bought it, and got it in the mail. Not that my mental health is much better these days, but it was even worse back then, so I was only able to do a first impression with this. I have a video up on my channel. I do have a video with this palette, using this palette on my channel. It's a tag video. So yeah, this is again so gorgeous. I love the mix of warm and cool tones, and I really want to do the two looks I never got to do on my when this palette was new. I do really want that, so we'll just see. I have no idea what this year, well, yeah, it's this year when I'm posting this. I'm filming this the last week of 2023, but I will post it in the beginning of 2024, so I have no idea what this year is going to bring money-wise and what I will bring into my collection and etc. So yeah, but she is so gorgeous. And the last palette I have from Odens Eye is the first Hela palette, which is a collab with Angelica Nyqvist. And this palette is so gorgeous. I love it so much as well. I, of course, have done videos on my old channel with this, blah 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 blah. But yeah, this palette is just so gorgeous. I freaking love her, and she is not going anywhere. Alright, then I have a couple of palettes from Not Normal, Unearthly Cosmetics, and the first one is the Not Normal palette. This has since been reformulated and resized, downsized, so I have the old palette. This is the first palette I bought from Unearthly Cosmetics and made me very interested in the brand. And this color story is so cool. Of course, there are some boring shades like these two and a little bit this one, but I can tolerate it more than these two. But yeah, I had videos up with it on my old channel, but yeah. The matte formula is beautiful. The metallics are pretty lackluster, but I still don't want to get rid of it. I still want to keep it. And the last palette I have from Unearthly Cosmetics is the collaboration with Heather Austin, the Resurgence palette, and I love her so much. And this is obviously what she looks like. I think this is still in stock, and yeah. There are a couple of shades I'm not very fond of, like Beetle and Life, but the other shades are beautiful. This shade is so gorgeous. This one as well. Yeah, I love this palette. I do have videos up with it, and I think she is just so freaking cool. I don't think these pants are removable. Oh my god, they are! I am so stupid. I never knew that. These are also removable, and the names are written on the back. That is so freaking cool. I learned something new today. These are removable. Oh my god, I'm definitely going to use these in my custom palettes. That is so freaking exciting for me. How did I not know that? Seriously? How? But you can pop them out. And that means you can use this gorgeous palette as your BYOP as well if you want to too. So that is so freaking cool. Oh my god. Next up is Lowest Cosmetics. Nobody knows what's going on with this brand, but this is the Meet Me in the Underworld palette. This is what got me into this brand. And the colors are so beautiful. The metallics are a little bit like I am a sparkle whore, so I like more sparkle in my shimmers, but yeah. This color story is so gorgeous. I haven't played with it in the longest time, but I still don't want to get rid of it, so I am going to keep it. And then we have the Meet Me at Midnight palette, which was the second palette I bought from them. And this color story again is so freaking gorgeous. It's me in a color story. But I did notice that the mattes like kind of disappeared a little bit, so I needed to go in and touch up after I had done my face before I sprayed my face with setting spray. But yeah, it's beautiful. The metallics are pretty lackluster, but I think this palette is so beautiful, so I don't want to get rid of it. I have some more various palettes that I don't have many from the brand, and this one is the Juvias Place The Queen palette times Fuji. This was a gift from my bestie and soul sister, Not Your Basic Stuff. And this is not in focus because this palette is so... Oh, we're in focus. Okay, never mind. This is both a face and eye palette. I haven't tried it yet. It's definitely not the most interesting eye palette for me, and I think I could pull off these two as blushes, but I think that one will sadly be too dark. But yeah, this was a gift from Not Your Basic Stuff. Actually, all these three palettes are a gift from Steph, and this is the Beauty Bay Earthy palette, the 16 pan, and this palette is absolutely beautiful. The shades in here are beautiful and everything, but the reason I think I've used it once, but I pulled in some singles as well, because I have been off the monochromatic palette for years and years and years at this point. I think I started being bored with them in like 2019 or something, and that is a long way away. But yeah, this palette is gorgeous, but I just don't like monochromatic palettes. I want at least a three-way colorway in a palette, because I just feel that almost everything I do just looks the same. So yeah, but this palette is gorgeous. The formula is gorgeous. I just haven't seen any palettes from them that I wanted to spend my own money on, so I still only have one Beauty Bay palette in my collection, but this is staying. I have no idea how many palettes I actually have. Maybe I will do a count when I'm editing, I don't know. And the last palette, which also was a gift from Steph, is the Mitchell Head in the Clouds palette. I'm pretty sure. And this palette is so gorgeous. I do also love the Feet on the Ground palette. That palette Steph owns herself. But this, I love these colors as well. I have done one look with this, but I can't remember if it's over on my old channel. Anyway, if I posted it on YouTube, I can't remember. Yeah, I did. I remember now. I did a first impression and then I just didn't do anything else. But this color story is beautiful. The metallics are pretty nice, but I am a duochrome and multichrome slut, so but yeah, I do love the colors that are in here. Most people probably think it looks chaotic, but I just get so happy looking at these colors. Next up, I have a couple of palettes from Pink Crush Cosmetics. This one is the Lucid Dreams palette. I don't know what's going on with that brand. I saw they had a sale before Christmas, but currently when I'm filming this, I haven't seen anything else. And this is a freaking Anki Dream. Blues, purples, greens, tealy greens. Those are my freaking jam. And this palette is so beautiful. I have videos over on the old channel, sadly. But yeah, I haven't used them after I did those videos, but I do want to pull them out again because they are nice palettes. And yeah, I'm still keeping this one as well. And the last Pink Crush Cosmetics palette is in the Nocturnal Garden, another absolute beauty. It's such a deep, grungy dream, and the shimmers in this palette is a little bit, these are more lackluster than in the Lucid Dreams palette. I don't know if this palette is older than the other one or whatever, but yeah, this color story is again so freaking cool. It is so unique, and that is one of the reasons why I am holding on to it, but it is a grungy Anki Dream as well, so yeah. Oh, I have another one-off palette, and this is the Wenzdae Cosmetics Blood Moon palette. This was also sent to me in PR, and this color story is so freaking cool. This is my favorite shade in the palette. I don't know what's going on with them either. I need to go and check their Instagram and see what's going on. But yeah, this color story is so freaking cool. I had so much fun playing with it as well. The metallics, like these metallics, are pretty meh, but as I said, this one is beautiful. Very, very, very flaky, very messy, but I don't care about that. And the mattes were okay. They were pretty nice, but yeah. I'm going to hold on to this because this is the first palette I bought in PR. Got in PR, so it's special in many ways. Then we have a couple of Blush Tribe palettes. Blush Tribe is so far gone. Was that correct grammar? I don't think so. But anyway, they don't exist. They rebranded and then disappeared again. So yeah, but this is the collab with Paulina's Paulina Makeup. Oh my god, I can't remember her YouTube name. I don't follow her anymore because she started to love very, very neutral makeup, and I am not here for that, and she stopped doing YouTube for a long time as well. But this palette is just nostalgic to to me. And the color story is gorgeous, so gorgeous. The color story is gorgeous and everything, so I'm just keeping on to this for a sentimental reason, because I used to love Paulina, and she used to do the most beautiful, colorful makeup looks, so yeah. And then I have the Hasina 2 palette. I haven't used this one in years and years either, but again, this is one of the first palettes with this type of color story that just made me so freaking happy. And it's a good palette. I don't know how it is now because it's so many years later, but it was an amazing palette back when I actually used it. But I think she's so beautiful. I can't get rid of her. Then I have a couple from Cosmetics Cosmetics. This is the collab with Basket Case Beauty, and this color story again is so gorgeous. It's so me, especially these. And I am still following Basket Case Beauty on Instagram, but yeah, I haven't used this palette in so long. I'm just holding on to it because it's a collaboration with them and I really love their work, so yeah. But the color story is so gorgeous. Then I have the Companion palette, which is a collab with Jones 5018 and Monica. I follow her on Instagram and she is so amazing. She has also started her own brand now, and yeah, back when I bought this, I wasn't into the flaky shadows as much, and this one came completely broken, so I had to press it back down. And these flaky shades are not the easy formula to pick up on a brush, so I just never really got around to using it, but I'm keeping it because it's Monica's collab and I absolutely love her. So yeah. And the last palettes I have are from Fantasy Cosmetica, which I tried for the first time in 2023. And the first one is the Rogue palette. This has since changed packaging because she changed up all the packaging in this series. There are, I think, 3 palettes in the series that I don't own because they are not my cup of tea, although I do want, I do wish I bought the blue pinky color story. I can't remember what the name of that one is right now, but yeah, I didn't, and now it's too late, so yeah. But here is the Rogue palette, and I do have videos up on my channel, and I freaking love this palette so much. This is again a Anki color story, and I freaking love them. And I'm so happy that you can pop these shades out as well, so I can use them in my own palettes. And the last palette I have is the Warlock palette, which is, it's not their, is it their newest palette? Or did they come up with another one that I didn't like? No, I think this is currently, when I'm filming this is the new one, and this has the new design on the packaging. And this palette is so freaking gorgeous. I have currently only a first impression up and a swatch party up with this palette, but I am gonna work on the 2 looks 1 palette as well, because this color story is one of the most unique, most coolest color stories I own, and I'm so freaking excited to keep playing with it. So yeah, I'm going to work on that. I wanted to have it up way sooner, but my body and mind wouldn't allow that, so here we are. But this is the grungy Skittles Dreams palette, like Betty Jean calls it. Like, I am calling it the grungy Skittles Dreams, but she is calling it the grungy Skittles palette, and I couldn't agree more. And I'm so excited to play more with this. And then my camera stopped recording right when I was done. Oh my god. How lucky was that? I'm usually not that lucky, but... or am I? I can't remember. But anyway, that was everything. That was my entire eyeshadow collection, and I don't have the biggest one, but I definitely have quite a few palettes, but yeah. I love my collection. Of course, I'm always interested in getting more, but the last few years, it's been, I have to become more and more picky because of money, you know, and I'm in Norway, and most indie brands that I'm interested in are from the US, but it's also almost equally as expensive to buy things from Europe or UK and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited to see what 2024 will bring when it comes to eyeshadow palettes and also single shadows, but that's not what we're talking about right now. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to put you over to Face Anki again so she can close out this video. Oh hi, it's a different Anki than from the intro. When I was and then my camera battery died. Oh, pity. When I was editing my palette collection video, I realized I am missing 5 palettes. I am missing my Menagerie Cosmetics collection. I totally forgot about these because I have these with my single shadows because I see these palettes as single shadows because you can pop them out, so I completely forgot, so I thought I would just pop in here and just show them to you. So the first palette is the Whalesong palette. Come on. These mats are very fragile, but it is also very used and abused. Love using these in my BYOPs. I haven't done many of them in 2023 though, but I have a plan to get back to them, so yeah. That is the first, well, not the first palette, but the first missing palette. Then we have the collaboration between Menagerie Cosmetics and Annette's Makeup Corner, the Serenity palette. I only got to do a first impression with this for my YouTube channel, and that is over on my old channel because I was so mentally sick, both physically and mentally. So when this came out, so I haven't done what I wanted with this palette, but I love these colors. Such a beautiful color story, and I will someday use some of them in my BYOPs. Then we have the Flight Club palette, which I can never remember the name of when I'm talking about it. And I am missing some shades here because they were potential shades for my Christmas BYOP. So yeah, just ignore that. But again, you see, I use this as single shadows, and I love that you can pop the shades out from Menagerie. Then we have the oldest palette, which is the Dragon Child, and this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I have used multiple of them in my BYOPs as well. I know I keep talking a lot about them, but that is why I love these palettes and hold on to them, because I can create my own color stories with them. So yeah. And the last one is the Feral palette, and there's also one shade missing here. I think it's in my Duping the Vibes palette of the Gourmand Girls and Doodles by the Bunny Haunted palette, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, again, love this palette, love it for singles, aka BYOPs, so much. Alright, that was everything, I'm pretty sure. So let's get back to the other Anki so she can actually close out this video. Alright, that was my entire eyeshadow palette collection. It's quite big, but it's not as big as many others, but I love my little palettes, as you obviously can tell. Okay friends, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a huge thumbs up and maybe share with your friends, because that helps me out so much. And please before you go, leave me a little comment. It helps me out so much as well. Let's talk about these palettes. Do you have any favorite palettes in common? Or are there some palettes in here that you have been eyeing? Let's chat down below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love to have you part of my online family. I do colorful looks like and talk about colorful makeup because that's my style. If you love color just as much as I do, or you want to get into color, I think you would enjoy my channel. If you're not already following me over on Instagram, I post every other day. I would absolutely love to have you over there as well. It's just Makeup by Anki, like here. And it's always linked down in the description box. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye!